my gosh, I ate so much and so fast. I always have bad lighting. You can pause it? Whoa. Hey! Yes, I am alive and I am back and better than ever, baby. I have been gone for like 3 months and I'm so sorry for that. It's not like I haven't had YouTube in the back of my head because I obviously like still want to put videos. 2019 is literally a day away. I'm just so ready for the new year. So today is a very special video. I've been planning this video for the longest time now, and now that I'm finally doing it, not even. I have freaking mocos. Leave it there. Tomorrow is December 31st, and the day after tomorrow is January 1st, 2019. I feel ready because I know that the past is in the past and a new year equals new beginnings, so I'm just so ready for that. So today I'm basically going to be sharing with you guys some things that I learned in 2018. So the first thing I learned is that you don't live to please others. You live first to please God and then to please yourself. You shouldn't be, out here trying to impress some person or a group of people to make you feel better. You were put in this world by God because He has a purpose in your life, and I feel like you should be just focusing on yourself rather than focusing on trying to impress other people. So that's one thing I learned, and I feel like that's really important because once you realize that you were here not to be liked or to be loved by every single person, you were here to, follow what God has for you. The second thing I learned was that wherever there is sadness or grief, there is also happiness and joy somewhere. You may be going through something that is getting you really sad, or you're being so down, but you just gotta realize that there is joy and there is happiness in a different place. So you may be going through difficulty, but this other person may be going through the best day of their life. So that's super important to have in the back of your head, to just be like, okay, like I'm sad, but tomorrow is a new day and tomorrow I'm gonna be happy. Happiness is always there and just everywhere. So you just gotta find it and just stop focusing on sadness or whatever puts you down. The third thing I learned was that you are here to follow God's purpose, not yours. As humans, it's natural for us to like want things to go our own way. When you give yourself to the Lord, I feel like things are so much easier because you're not so demanding of like what you want, and you're not so like, oh, I need this, I want this, so things could like go really smoothly. No, because He has a purpose for you. You didn't put yourself in this world. No, God puts you because He's gonna take you to do bigger things, and you just gotta surrender to Him, and it's going to be easier to live your life once you give your life to God. I'm running out of breath. The next thing is you never really know what a person is going through until you're going through it yourself. So this is something that was so hard for me to understand, especially because my grandma and my aunt passed away this year. That was very difficult for me to like take in and to deeply understand that. Realize that like, wow. I used to have friends that would tell me like, oh, my grandpa passed away, my grandma passed away. I didn't know what to tell them. I would just be like, oh, I'm so sorry for your loss, and like, oh, I hope that, you find happiness and stuff. But, I never really realized how they felt deep inside. So when I went through that, I realized, wow, like this is how they were feeling. Like this is how they must have felt. It made me realize that, you never really know what a person is going through until you're literally in their situation and that happens to you. And you're like, whoa, like this is what they were going through. I feel like that's the most mind-blowing thing I learned this year, that you never really know what someone is going through until you go through it yourself. We are not here to understand God's purpose. We are here to believe it and have faith that what He's doing is the right thing. We don't have to understand what God is doing. We don't have to be like, oh, why did God do this? Why did God do that? Like, no, we just have to keep on believing that what He's doing is right. We can't be like, oh, why'd you do this, God? Like, why? We have to be like, you know what? you did this for a reason, you did this for a purpose, and you know, it's gonna be okay. And I feel like once you understand that, once you have that mindset, you're just peaceful. And I feel like that's what people have to realize, that once you give yourself to God and once you start believing his purpose and not trying to understand it, your world is just gonna turn upside down. You're just gonna feel amazing as well. So I feel like it's very important to realize. Oh my god. There. Where was I? Barely in the sixth one, and I'm dying. Don't find refuge in material things. Instead, find refuge in what's best for you. What I'm trying to say is that you shouldn't find peace, or you shouldn't be trying to find tranquility in things that, you know, don't give you peace or tranquility. You should find... You shouldn't take refuge in clothing. You shouldn't take refuge in appearances or even on your phone, because that just distracts you. Instead, find refuge in God's love and God's protection and God's hands, because after all, he made you and he's the only person that actually knows what's best for you. I started taking refuge. I started finding peace in the Lord, and honestly, it just felt like a weight was lifted off my shoulders and I felt just so much better. It is, oh frick. 7. All things happen for a reason. Whether it makes you happy or sad, it will still help you grow in some way. There was this situation where I lost somebody. I understood why it happened. They were distracting me from, you know, learning his word and following his path. Once he took that person away from my life, I started getting closer to God and I started, you know, reading his word like I used to. I understood why he takes things away from you and why he gives you things. Overall, they happen for God's purpose, and God's purpose is perfect. Number 8, appreciate every single moment with the people you love, because you never know when it might be their last. You should love every single person, no matter if they did you wrong in the past. Forgiving is also a very important thing to do. Once you start appreciating the people around you, the people that were put in your life, you know, to make you happy, once you start appreciating them, you'll be, you know, just with such a happy mindset. We don't know about tomorrow. We don't know about the day after tomorrow. We just have to appreciate life and appreciate the people around us. Stick with the people who add to your happiness, not the people that kill it or force it. The people you hang out with really influence the way you think, really influence your vibe. People really influence the way you live and the way you talk, the way you act, and your mindset. And I feel like if you hang out with people that kill your happiness, then, you know, you're just gonna be down all the time. What good is that, you know? But once you surround yourself with people that feed your happiness, with people that add on to your happiness, then you're just gonna be happy all the time. That's what life should be about. It should be about, you know, sharing happiness and having happiness in you. I feel like I've said happiness like a million times in this video. Number 10, nobody really cares about how you look, because the only person that cares too much about you is yourself. I went through a lot of insecurity this year. I thought about my appearance too much, and you know, now thinking back on it, it's just like, what a waste of time. Honestly, like the times where I was too busy, you know, comparing myself, I could have been doing something else, strutting my stuff, you know? Once you stop caring about what other people tell you, then you'll find inner happiness and acceptance of yourself, and I feel like that's really important. Think before you do something, because you never know if that action will hurt somebody you love. Every time you're about to do something, think about it. Will you regret it when you're older, or will you be happy that you did it? That's one thing that my mom taught me. You should think about your actions before you do it. And I feel like that's talked about so much, but it's never really acknowledged and it's never really done. And I feel like that's something we should start doing. Like, think about our actions, because it could hurt somebody. It could, especially words. Being annoyed or angry all the time isn't gonna get you anywhere, so why be like that? Frustration and anger isn't gonna get you anywhere. Like, okay, obviously, you know, there are times where you're gonna be sad, but you shouldn't be sad to the point where it takes you to like a really dark place. You gotta realize that, you know what, this happened, you know, what else can I do? I can't go back to the past. I'm just gonna have to live with it. Once you just start replacing that with happiness and love, then you're gonna see that inner beauty. That was it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I really want you guys to think about your year. Happiness is the most beautiful thing that we could ever have. Just be happy. So I love all of you guys, and I hope you have a very good year. We'll get through this together. That was it. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, then please give it a thumbs up. I hope this inspired you to just be happy. So I love all you, and hope 2019 is the best for all of you. So peace out, homies.